Did you know that your smartwatch is one of the best communication tools you can use in your relationship? In today's video, I'm going to talk you through how to use your smartwatch to improve your communication and to learn how to stop fighting. My name is Valerie, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Colorado, and I help high conflict couples stop fighting and start communicating. So today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can use your smartwatch to have better communication and basically how to learn how to fight fair. But first, before we talk about that, I want to talk a little bit about conflict and emotion. If you've ever had a conflict with your partner, you've probably felt some pretty distressing emotions, right? Maybe some anger, maybe some fear, maybe you felt a little threatened. When we have conflict with other people, especially other people that are important to us, it's really natural to have some pretty big emotions that accompany that conflict. And one thing we know about emotions is that emotions, especially like fear, feeling threatened, anger, emotions are signals to the body to get ready and to get ready for fight or flight. So you might have heard of fight or flight before, right? That's the mode our body gets in when we feel under threat. And in so many ways, this is actually a healthy and good response to threat in our environment. But when you're with your partner, our bodies might feel really threatened in a physical way that's not actually true. But because our bodies don't know how to tell the difference between a dinosaur chasing us and between our partners being angry at us, our bodies send the same stress chemicals rushing through to help get us ready for that fight or flight. So if you're in a conflict with your partner and your emotions are starting to get pretty big and you're starting to feel threatened or scared or concerned, there's a pretty good chance that your body's going to send a bunch of stress chemicals rushing through to get you ready for fight or flight. And when that happens, different things are going to happen in your body. So for example, your breathing might start to speed up and your heart rate's going to start to go up and you might start feeling shaky or even dizzy or just hot, right? You're going to have all of these things happen in your body. And when these things are happening in your body, that's a pretty good sign that you're flooded. And flooded is essentially a term that we use to describe the state where you're not thinking very straight. Right? And so a lot of people respond to flooding in different ways. And a lot of people respond to flooding by checking out, maybe turning away, maybe being dismissive. Some people respond to all of those stress chemicals by getting really angry, getting loud and yelling. Either way, there's probably a pretty good chance that you are going to respond to your partner, quite honestly, in a way that you don't want to respond to them when you have these stress chemicals in your body and when your body is getting ready for fight or flight. When your body is at that point, the best thing you can do in a conversation is take a break. Because when your body is flushed with stress chemicals, you're not going to be thinking straight. It's just a physiological fact. So when you're there, when you're overwhelmed with feelings, you need to take a break. But I have a lot of couples who tell me that they don't actually know when to take a break or how to take a break in a conversation. And I have a lot of couples explain to me that even though in theory it sounds really good to take a break, that often they find that they get to the point of no return in their arguments and it feels like taking a break is not an option. And this is where your smartwatch comes in. Most smartwatches these days have a heart rate monitor on them. And a heart rate monitor is a great way to tell if your body is starting to get flooded. If your heart rate monitor is telling you that your heart rate is 100 beats per minute or more, you need to take a break. At that point, you're not in your wise mind. You're definitely in your emotional mind. You're in your fight or flight mind. And at that point, you're not going to have a productive conversation. So if you can, set a monitor, set an alarm on your smartwatch to let you know, to give you that little buzz on your wrist when your heart rate is above 100 beats per minute. That is the perfect sign. That's the red light that says stop, take a break, go and take a deep breath, take a walk, do something to distract yourself, but step out of the fight, because anything that you say or do after that point is not going to be good communication. Now, if you're an athlete, your heart rate might not have to get to 100 beats per minute to show that you're flooded. So 100 beats per minute is a good rule of thumb, but if you're an athlete, if you're in super good shape, your number might be closer to 90. So think about using your smartwatch to monitor and to tell you when you need a break during a fight. Another way to use your smartwatch is to just keep track of your heart rate. So if you're having a difficult conversation with your partner, you can glance down at your heart rate to see if it's creeping up. And if your heart rate is creeping up, it's getting higher and higher, it's getting to 85, it's getting to 90, that's another good sign to pull back, take a deep breath, and do something to help clear your mind and ground yourself. So that's a great way to check when you need to actually take a deep breath. And this is something really cool that you can do with your partner. If they've got a smartwatch, if you've got a smartwatch, you guys can monitor. And it's also a really good signal to your partner about what's happening in your body, because they might not be able to tell in your face that you're flooded, that it's too much, but your heart rate monitor is going to let both of you guys know. So again, heart rate monitor. This is one of the best tools you have in your arsenal for good, strong communication with your partner. Well, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, like our video, share our video, subscribe to our channel. We'll be having lots more videos like this. And I would love it if you would try this. If you've got a smartwatch with a heart rate monitor, try this little trick next time you're having a conversation with your partner, and then drop a comment below and tell us what happened. Tell us if it helped or not to know what's going on in your body. Thanks for watching with us today.